total profit Mr. Lobeto had gotten from selling these loaves of bread. Another question that you need to understand how to work out. Another question that we need to work out. Somebody I can see in the chat section is asking, isn't IGCSE Math over? IGCSE Math over? There are those who are going to sit for IGCSE Math 1H. That is actually for Edexcel. Those who are going to sit for Edexcel, you can be able to comment in the chat section. Today is 14th of May. 15th of May, that is on Thursday, we shall have those guys who will sit for 1H. All right, so we need to move straight to the next bit. The next part of is to work out. Yeah, the exam that has been done is Cambridge. So for Edexcel guys, the exam that we have just started. So okay, now show that whatever we have here, the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So we shall start with 2 1/3 divide by 5 1/4. So to do that, we are going first to express this as a mixed this mixed number as improper fraction. So it will be 3 times 2 plus 1, that will be 7/3, divide by 4 times 5 will be 20 plus 1, that will be 21/4, and that is going to translate to 7/3 times 4/21. Basically that's what we are going to do, so that we can be able to cancel this guy, and this guy we shall get 3, and if we simplify this, it will be 1 times 4, it will be 4, and then we shall have 3 times 3, which is going to be 9, exactly what you are supposed to show at that given point. So any point you are given a question to show a fraction, basically that's what you're going to do in order to earn your marks. All right, so we need to move to question number 5, and the question number 5 is talking about Slavomir. Slavomir invests 5,200 euros in a savings account for 4 years. He gets 2.5 percent per year compound interest. Work how much money Shilavumir will have in the saving account at the end of the 4 years. And the answer we shall give must be to the nearest euro. To the nearest euro in that case. Yeah, for those guys who are doing Cambridge Math, we shall have a live as from tomorrow for additional math, non-calculator and calculator. So you remember to join for additional math, guys, non-calculator. So we have amount is going to be principal into 1 plus r over 100 raised to power n. So in this case, we are going to say the amount that is going to be in the bank after 4 years will be the principal 4,200 into bracket 1 plus 2.5 over 100 raised to power 4, because this is going to be invested for 4 years. So this is going to be what? 5,200 1 plus 2.5 over 100 raised to power 4. That is going to give us 5739. To the nearest euro, that will be 5739.83. To the nearest euro, that is going to be equivalent to 5740 euros. So that's how you work out question to do it. Question to do with compound interest. All right, so in question number 6, question 6, we are supposed to work out the value of h, but we are told the cylinder has a radius of 8 and has the volume of that. So the most important thing that we need to remember here is that volume is equals to pi r squared h. That is the formula for volume of a cylinder, so that we can be able to use this formula there. Now, if the volume is given, so we are going to say pi times the radius, and the radius is 8, isn't it? 8 squared times the height, which we don't know, should be equal to the volume, which is 1208. So if we are finding our h, we are going to make h the subject of the formula 1208 divide by pi times 64. If you work it out, what does it give you? Write in the comment section. 1208 over pi times 64, which is going to translate to the nearest whole number. Always check whenever you're going to answer your exams, check that the number that you have here is basically the instruction that is provided here, you are following them. Otherwise you'll be losing marks of accuracy. So that will be 6 whole number centimeters. So the height in this case is going to be 6 centimeters. And I just want to do, what I wanted to do is to transfer this part here so that I can make the examiner happy by transferring that concept that I've worked there, and I can be able to move this guy here so that we can be able to proceed to the next question. So guys, I encourage you to support Proflan by just joining the live, and also leaving a comment, and recommend this channel to your other classmates who gonna see it for paper 1H. The density of wood is 1.25 grams per centimeter cubic. Work out the mass. We know that density is equals to mass over volume. Now, from this equation that we have here, we can be able to rearrange it, and we shall say mass is basically density times volume. Our density, we have it as 1.25 times the volume, which is 1208, which is equivalent to what? 1.12208. If you work it out, you are going to get your answer equivalent to 1510. 1510 grams. 1510 grams in this case. $15.10 but you can see the question is asking you to work out the answer in kilograms, so you have to convert grams to kilograms. So how do you go about it? To be 1510 divided by 1,000, and that is going to be 1.51 kilograms. Yeah, so you have to convert that so that you can be able to get that final answer. Good. Marcus Varela, well done, great. I can see you are very active. You guys please share this live to your friends, encourage them to join, and also encourage them to subscribe. If you have not subscribed to Proflan, you guys just subscribe and support Proflan. Yes. We have another interesting part, simplifying. Yeah, this is actually indices, and we are going to remember the concept that if you have the numbers divided, we're going to subtract the power. So it will be G9 minus 2, and that is going to be 9 power 7. No, it's 9, not G, no, it's not, it's G, not 9. So it will be G power 7. And this one, if we are to expand, we shall multiply this to this guy, and also we shall multiply this to this other guy that is here as well. So meaning that our final answer becomes 5k raised to power what? K power 5 plus 20k squared. So this is going to be 5k power 5 plus 20k squared. Now, factorize this. Of course, we are going to find two numbers whose sum, the sum of the numbers is equals to -2, and the product of those two numbers is -63. Which numbers are those? Whose sum is -2 and the product is -63. Can you write in the comment section which numbers are those? Good, Marcus. Marcus, that's great. Yeah, keep on checking. You are ahead of me, you guys. You are very bright. Let's move to the next part. Two numbers, we shall have 9 and 7 So if we have 7, we have to decide which one is going to be negative, because we need the larger number to be negative, so that if you add, you are going to get -2. So we are going to express the middle term here in terms of the two product of numbers. So it will be x squared minus 9x then we shall say plus 7. So that's 7x rather. Then we shall say minus 63. So once you've done that, you are going to group these two guys. You group these together, and then we shall say this is going to be x into x minus 9 plus 7 into x minus 9. So you can see this is common, it can be factored out. So what is our expression going to reduce to? So if we factor out whatever we have here, we are going to have x minus 9. We have factored out. We shall remain in bracket x plus 7 as our final answer. X minus 9 into x plus 7. Now, once you've factorized, usually the equation that follow is when this is equal to 0, then we can be able to use the factorized form to solve this equation. So we are going to say, because we have factorized the same expression, we shall say x minus 9 into x plus 7 should be equal to 0. So which means that x minus 9 is equal to 0, or x plus 9 plus 7 rather is also equals to 0. So with that, we can be able to say from here x is equals to positive 9, and here x is going to be equals to 7. So we have the two values for x. That's exactly what you are going to do in order to work out that. Moving to the next question. The next question is about inequalities, and we are going to just put the like terms together, and the way we can be able to put like terms together when it's an equal sign. So we shall have this, I shall move my 2y on this side and my 12 on the other side. So we shall have 7 plus 12 is less than 3y plus 2y, so that this is going to be 19 is less than 5y. Then you can divide by 5. You can divide by 5, so that whenever we have this, it will be 19 over 5 is less than y, and that is exactly what we were supposed to get in this particular part. So we shall say y is greater than 19 over 5. Yeah, for you to get your answer at that given point. Right, great, Marcus. That is amazing. Marcus, from which country are you coming from, bro? From which country? From which country are you coming from? Good luck in your exams. Can see you are very, very active in the live, and all those comments you've left, the answers you've left, they are all correct. Yeah, so Nakas, can you be able to work out the perimeter of the trapezium that we are having here? And the strategy we are going to use is by understanding that this is 15 and this is a right angle at that point. So which will mean that we have AD, of course, DC, we have it, and the area of the trapezium is 360. Area of a trapezium is 360. So something that we need to remember, area of a trapezium is usually H into A plus B over 2. That is the area of a trapezium. So which means that we can be able to say let this be X, and here we have 14, right? So which means up to here is 14, this part is X. I'll say 360 is equals to, the height is 15 into A is the shorter side, 14, plus the longer side, and our longer side is this side that we are having up to that point. So to get the length of that longer side, it would be 14 plus X. So it would be 14 plus X, and we shall say over 2. So putting the like terms together here, we shall have 720 is equals to 15 into 28 plus X. So I can divide by 15. I can divide by 15 at this point, so that I will be able to cancel this guy and this guy. This guy and this guy I'll cancel. And if we cut 72, 720 divide by 15, that's going to give us 48. So it will be 48 is equals to 28 plus X. So which means that the value of X in that case is going to be given by, the value of X is given by what? X will be 48 minus 28, and that is going to be 20. But our X was to enable us to know the hypotenuse, so this is 20. So we are finding this hypotenuse, and to find the hypotenuse, it will be y squared is equals to 20 squared plus 15 squared. So y squared is equals to 625, right? 625. Find the square root both sides. I'm going to check y is going to be 25. So 25 is our y. So remember, this question is not asking us to find the hypotenuse. The main part this question is asking us is to find the perimeter. So how will we find the perimeter? How will we find the perimeter in this case? So perimeter is distance all round. Of course, we have gotten that this is 25, this is 20, this is 14, this is 15, this is 14. We need to add all the distance round, so that perimeter will be perimeter will be 14 plus 15 plus 14 again plus 25, the one that we had gotten. Yeah, is that all? 14, 14, 15, then plus 20. And if you work out, you are going to get your answer as 88. I don't know whether there is another guy who got it. All right, I'm glad it helped. But Marcus, I didn't see the country, and I think you deleted before I saw it, but it's fine. It's fine, no worries. No worries. Yeah, so we have up to that. We have gotten we have the perimeter being 88. Now let's see the next question. The next question, we are given a line here, and we are supposed to find the equation of L. Equation of L. How do you find the equation of L? We need the gradient. For us to find, we need the gradient. England. All right. Glad. England. I'm glad that I'm having guys from England. You guys, thank you for joining from there. And ensure that you tell your classmate about Proflan. Proflan is from Kenya, country Kenya. I don't know whether you've ever heard of a country called Kenya. All right, Kenya is in Africa. That is East Africa. Right. Now we need to find the gradient, and the gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And that is going to be equivalent to, for instance, I can decide and select a coordinate. Let me select this coordinate here. This coordinate, I can call it 0, 1. And I'll select another coordinate here. I'll call it 2, 0. And I can assign which one, this one to be x1, and this to be y1, and this to be x2, and this to be y2, so that I can be able to use it in order to work out the gradient. So in that case, this will be 0 minus 1 over 2 minus 0. So you can see the gradient is going to be equals to negative 1 over 2. That's the gradient. Then in order to state that equation, we also need the y-intercept. And the y-intercept, from the graph, we can see the graph is cutting the y-axis at this point, which is 1. So we can therefore say the equation of the line becomes y is equals to minus 1 over 2 x plus 1 as the equation of this line L. Yeah, so basically that's what we shall do in order to work it out. Well done. Marcus. Well done, Marcus. Okay, so number 10 is talking about number of goals scored by hockey team in 11 games. Work out the interquartile range. So the first thing we need to do is to remember that interquartile range is equals to upper quartile minus lower quartile. That is the formula for interquartile range. Now let's check what is our upper quartile and lower quartile. So we're going to, if you cancel this and this one, you cancel this and this one, so that we are going to determine what the mean is, median rather. So we cancel that, and you can see we are going to remain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to have this as our median, right? Also, on this other end, we are going to have this at the middle, of this upper set, and now that is going to be our upper quartile. And this part that we have here is the lower set of the data, and this one is going to be our lower quartile. So which means the interquartile range is going to be 7 minus 2, and that is going to translate to 5. That is going to translate to 5. That's going to translate to 5. So that is how you do it. And when they ask you about the range is the largest minus the lowest part of the data. So we have question number 11. We are supposed to write down the highest common factor of 5a and 2b. Highest common factor of 5a and 2b. 5a and 2b. And if we are writing 5a, of course our 5a is going to be written as 2 raised to power 5 times 5 raised to power 2 times 7 raised to power 2. I've said 5 raised to power 2 because we are having 5a. So since this was just a and we have introduced the 5, we must introduce it on the other side. So also 2b is going to be what? 2 raised to power 4, and 4 because we are going to introduce these 2 on this side, so that 2 times 2 raised to power 3 becomes 4 times 5 raised to power 3 times 7 raised to power 4. So whenever we are going to choose the highest common factor, we must go back, we must go to the prime factors that I provided. We check those which are common. We take 2 is common for both because 2 is appearing here, and 5 is appearing for both, so it will be selected, and 7 is appearing for both, so we have to take it. Then whenever you are taking highest common factor, you shall take the lowest power of the common factors. So in this case we shall take 2 power 4. For 5 we'll take 5 power 2, and for 7 we shall take 7 power 2, and that now becomes the answer as a product of prime factors, Yeah, so that is it. That's what you are supposed to do in a question like that. Yeah, in a question like that, that's what you are supposed to do. Guys, please, if you are in this live, just leave a comment right in the chat section whether you are getting value from this video. Just if we are on track, you can just write in the comment section, we are on track of our revision. Yes, that's what I want you to just write in the comment section. Just write in the comment section, we are on track. If we are on track, write, we are on track. Aaron, hi, how are you? Welcome to our live, Aaron. Glad to see you there. We are on track, Aaron. I can see Aaron has said we are on track. Guys, let me see if we are on track. Just write in the comment section that we are on track if we are. And if we are not on track, I can know. If we are not on track, I'll do more so that we can be able to be on track, right? Just write in the comment section if we are on track. And if we are not on track, right there, we are not on track, so that we can be able to know. Aaron, welcome. I'm glad that you've left. Yes, we have Lord Edad Stack. Isa, any video that you might do for physics unit 3 IAL. Yes, that one will be coming. Aaron, that will be coming. I'll be doing unit 3 masterclass to ensure that you understand how to go about that. I'll do that over this weekend. Before you just do that exam, have to do that. Yes, for the love of physics. Yes, Lord, are you on track? Leave a comment if you are on track. And also, guys, just share this Proflan channel. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. Encourage guys to do what? Can you go over differentiation? Right, so Aaron, differentiation, yes, we can go through it. And if you can check the video I did yesterday, there were a lot of differentiation in that video, Aaron. Please make sure you watch it. And I know in this paper also we are going to have some of the differentiation stuff in this question. We have part B. We are told A is 2 raised to power 5, 5 times 5 times 7 raised to power 2. B is 2 raised to power 3 times 5 power 3 times 7 power 4. Work out the value of AB squared. Work out the value of AB squared. How can we work out the value of AB squared? And we should leave our answer in the as a product of prime factors. So the first thing we need to do is just to appreciate the fact that this is AB, which is raised to power 2. Yeah, AB raised to power 2. And that will mean also that this can be written as A squared times B squared, isn't it? That's what it means. So which could mean to us that 2 raised to power 5 times 5 times 7 squared times 2 raised to power 3 times 5 power 3 times 7 power 4. So if you are going to multiply this squared, it means this number is going to repeat itself twice again. So 2 will appear, so that will be 2 raised to power 10 times 5 raised to power 2 times 7 raised to power 4 times, now we are in the second part for B. If we are going to square this also, we are going to have 2 raised to power 3, so it becomes 2 raised to power 6 times 5 raised to power 6 times 7 raised to power 8. Yeah, again you can now see we have this and this we translate to what will it become? This 2 raised to power 10 times 2 raised to power 6, we add the powers, so this basically going to be 2 raised to power 16 times 5 raised to power 8 times 7 raised to power 12. So basically that's what our expression going to reduce to, and you need to copy that and transfer it to this other end so that we can be able to make the examiner happy that we got our answer here as 2 raised to power 16 times 5 raised to power 8 times 7 raised to power 12. Let me check in the comment section if there are those guys who did it quickly and using maybe an easier method than me. All right, so please can you go over the last 10 so more difficult question. These questions are quite easy. Yeah, so eventually we are going to go through all those questions, and if the live ends, if this live ends before we finish, definitely this video will come up, a complete version of this paper, so that you can be able to go through everything. Yeah, so no worries. Eventually you are going to see the last questions, so which means that if I end the live before doing those questions markers, I will upload now the entire paper so that you can be able to check the last questions. I believe that's okay, Marcus. Is that okay? All right, we have simultaneous equations, so we can decide to use elimination method. So we can multiply here by 5. I want to eliminate y. Can multiply here by 5, and here we multiply by 3. So our equation now will become 20x plus 15y is equals to 48, and this is going to be 18x plus 15y, 3 times 16.8, which is 50.4. And if we subtract the two equations, this will be 0 and this will be 2x, and this is going to translate to 48. That becomes negative 2.4. And of course this becomes x is equals to negative 1.2. For us to get the value of y, we are going to substitute in n of the equation the value of x that we have gotten. So we can say 6 into negative 1.2 plus 5y is equals to 16.8. So it will be 5y is equals to 16.8 plus 7.2, because it was a negative sign, so it will be a positive. Divided by 5, we shall get our answers 2.8. Y is equals to 14, which is equivalent to 2.8. Yeah, I need to check this this part, yeah, whether that is okay, because we were having 16.8. I think, yeah, it should be. (16.8) plus 72. 16.8 plus 7.2, then divide by 5. That becomes 4.8, not 2.8. It will be 4.8. 4.8. Yeah, that's true. Y is 4.8. So simultaneous equations, even if they bring now those which have quadratic inequalities, quadratic equation, also you need to remember that. Hi sir, this is 2024 May June, by the way. Yes, Annie. Hi Annie, this is 2024 May June. That's true. That's this 2024 May June paper. Yeah, Honey, thank you for joining. Please share this channel to your friends. Encourage them to join Proflan. All right, so let's look at circle theorem. Circle theorem is also a question that, or a topic that we never miss in an exam. So if we know this angle here, we are going to consider a cyclic quadrilateral. In this case, we are going to consider this cyclic quadrilateral. Yeah, so we shall consider this cyclic quadrilateral here, so that we can be able to say opposite side angles of a cyclic quadrilateral add up to what? 180. So if we know this angle 128, we can know angle A. Angle A is going to be equals to 180 minus 128. Angle 80 minus 128. Because opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180. So this is 52 degrees. So give a reason working out angle OBD. OBD. So before we go that way, we shall work out that, and we shall say the reason for working angle A is opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180. The reason that you must give whenever you are giving your reasons should be based, yeah, your reason should be based on the property you use to work out that angle. Yes, I can see. And you are saying I rewatch this in the morning because it's 2 a.m. I have a good day. All right. In my country right now, it's actually 8:58 p.m. Yeah, so it's 8:58 p.m. 3 hours after I came from school. So, and in which country are you coming from before you leave, so that I can know where my students are located in this sphere of the world? All right. As Anis to answer me where in which country is coming from, let me just mention something here. Angle at the center, angle subtended at the center, angle subtended at the center is twice the angle subtended at the circumference. So we can say angle BOD is equals to 2 times 52. Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference, and in that case this is going to be 1/4 degrees. So this is 1/4. 1/4. Shall say reason we shall leave. Every time you must give the most immediate reason. Angle subtended at the center is twice angle subtended at the circumference. At the circumference. Yeah, so that is it. Already we have this. Now I want us to draw a line from B to D. We shall draw a line from B to D. We use a straight line. Shall draw a line like that, B to D, like that. So with that, we need to remember that this is the radius and this is the radius. So for us to work out angle OBD, this angle, if this angle is X, this angle here also will be what? X. Angle, base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. So we can say 1/4 1/4 plus 2x is equals to 180. So this is going to be equivalent to what? This is going to be 2x is equals to 180 minus 1/4. So and after getting 76, so we shall say 2x is equals to 76 divided by 2 divided by 2, x is equals to 38. So which means the angle we are looking for is 38. Angle BOD 38. And the reason is base angles of isosceles triangle are equal, or you can be able to say angles in a triangle add up to 180. Angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Yeah, so angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So angle OBD in this case is 38 degrees. OBD is 38 degrees. And that's what we were supposed to write at that given point. Expand and simplify. Expand and simplify. So this is going to be 3x into 2 minus x plus 1 into 2 minus x, 6x minus 3x squared plus 2 minus x, like terms together, 5x minus 3x squared plus 2. And then we shall have now this other part multiplied here. So 4 plus x, and this is going to be 4 into 5x minus 3x squared plus 2, then plus x into 5x minus 2x, sorry, 3x squared plus 2. This is 20x minus 12x squared plus 8 plus 5x squared minus 3x cubed plus 2x. We put the like terms together, squared here, and cubed. 20x plus 2x, that becomes 22x. 12x squared that's minus 7x squared, yeah, and then minus 3x cubed, then plus 8. Yeah, so I believe we've not made any mistake when we are opening the bracket there. So we shall have our final answer written as minus 3x cubed minus 7x squared plus 22x, and then we shall have plus 8 as the final answer in that case. Whenever you are working out a question like this which has a negative number, it means you find the reciprocal of whatever that is inside the bracket. So we shall have a raised to power 9, a raised to power 9 a raised to power 9, b raised to power 5 over a raised to power 3, b raised to power 1 over 2. Now it becomes a positive because we have found the reciprocal of what's inside the brackets. Then I'll simplify this. This is a raised to power 3 and a raised to power 9. I will subtract the powers, so it will be a raised to power 6. B would be this b raised to power 1, so it will be b raised to power 4. Then I'll have my squared a half at this point. So this power is going to be multiplied to all the terms that are inside here, so which means that this is going to be a raised to power a half times 6 would be 3, b raised to power a half times 4, that would be 2. So we shall have a raised to power 3 and b squared. A power 3, b raised to power 2. Yes, amaze VFX, that is true, that's correct. We find the reciprocal of that, and then we now apply. Now work out the length of EF, and this being an isosceles triangle, we need to find the length of EF. Of course, if we draw a line like this, this angle is going to be 65. And just before that, we were told the area is 74. Okay. Even without using that, we can say area is equals to a half AB sine theta. We can use that method, but our A and B will be the two sides that are forming that angle 130. Yeah. So which means we can say 74 is equals to a half times AB. We can call it x squared, because if this is x and this is x, because that's an isosceles triangle, becomes x squared, sine of 130. And ensuring that your calculator is in degrees, we can say 0.5 times sine 130, that gives us 0.38. Then therefore x squared is equals to, okay, let me just work it out, 2 times 74 over sine 130, so that our answer is a bit accurate. We find square root, and also we find square root at that given point. So this is going to be square root of 2 13.9. So the answer becomes 13.9. Correct to how many significant figures? 3 significant figures, so we shall give our answer as 13.9. centimeters. Right, so moving to this question, we are supposed to draw a histogram, and for you to draw the histogram, remember you need to know the frequency density. So we need a column for frequency density. In this case here, we need the frequency density. And in the life of yesterday, we learned how to work out frequency density is actually frequency divided by the class size. Yeah, because the question that we did in the prediction of 1H is whereby you are given part of the frequency histogram, part of the histogram. You are supposed to fill in some missing part of the table, and also you're supposed to complete part of the histogram on the graph. So if you didn't watch that part, kindly go and check the video I uploaded yesterday, so that you prepare in the two kind of questions, because either they can give you that information and then they'll expect you to fill in some information for the table, and also there's some part in the histogram which you will be expected to complete. Yeah, so I can see amaze FVFX, frequency over class width. Oh yes, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Amaze, which country are you coming from? I come from Kenya. Right now is 21.13. So, but we are still on, to ensure that we are on track. Guys, if you are on track, if we are on track, write in the comment section, we are on track. Yeah, are we on track in our revision? Let me get to know you guys. Are you on track? Which percentage are you in your revision before you sit for your exam? Which percent can you give yourself you are on track in your revision? Which percent have you given yourself, yeah, in your revision? Which percent? Write in the comment section. In your revision, which percent are you? So the class width here, as Meza said, is going to be, the class width here is actually 2, the class width here is 3, the class width here is 5, the class width here is 10, the class width here is 15. The class width, those are the class widths I've written there. So for us to find the frequency density here, it will be 5 over the class width or the class size, and that will be 2.5. 12 divided by 3 will give us 4. Frequency density here will be 4. 18 divided by 5, 18 divided by 5 will give us 3.6. I'll be checking the percentage we are in our revision. I'll be reading the comment section once I'm done with this question. Whether we are on track in our revision, this will be 1.4. And then we have 9 divided by 15, which is going to be 0.6. 0.6. So we have the frequency densities, and then we are supposed now to draw the histogram. Now, the first one is from 0 to 2, 2.5. 0 to 2, 2.5. 0 to 2, 2.5. So first I have height 0 to 2. 0 to 2 will be here. 0 to 2, 2.5. I'll move up. 2.5 will be well seated there. This guy is misbehaving. I need to go and this guy is misbehaving. I have to 0 to 2 is up to that. We move up to 2.5. This guy will be there. The next one is what? 2 to 5. Frequency density is 4. 2 to 5. 2 to 5. 2 to 5. Oh, 2 to 5. Frequency density is 4. Why is this guy misbehaving? I thought I'm drawing it nicely. 2 to 5 will be there. Yeah, so for 2 to 5 is that. So which means that we can move to the next one. Then the next class, the next bar is from 5 to 10, 3.6. 5 to 10, 3.6. 5 to 10. 5 to 10, 3.6. 3.6. 3.5 is this. 3.6 will be here. Yeah, so that will be the case. And then we have another one. 10 to 20. 10 to 20 is 1.4. 10 to 20 is 1.4. 10 to 20 1.5 is here, 1.4 will be at this point. Yeah, so we shall have that one there. And then we have 20 to 35, 0.6. 20 to 35, 0.6. I think this moved. Okay, so we have 20 to that 25. I'm about to check the progress we are in. 20 to 35 is 0.6. So 20, we shall move to 35, 0.6, this 0.5, then 0.6 will be at this given point. Yeah, so that is how the histogram is going to look like. That's our histogram for this particular data. So now let me check the progress. Maze, I can see you are saying 80%. That's a good progress. Yeah, you need to move and speed up so that we can be able to get that grade 9. Great. Yeah, so we also have question number 17, and question number 17, we are supposed to find the value of x. Oh, let me check. Is there another question that was asked there for histogram? No, there was no another question that was asked. So that's all for that particular part. Yeah, so that is okay. Let's move to question number 17. And question number 17 is actually an equation, but it's more of sad form. So this is going to be k raised to power 12 raised to power, fourth root is the same as 1 power over 4. Then remember we are also having the 5 there. Then we shall have this is k raised to power n. Now this times 12 times 1 over 4, this is going to be k raised to power 3 power 5 is equals to k raised to power n, which implies that this can be written as k raised to power 15 is equals to k raised to power n. Now since the bases are the same, then we can equate the powers and our n is equals to 15. That's what we are supposed to do in that particular question. Part B is about SADs, and 7 over 2 minus root 3 times the conjugate. The conjugate is 2 plus SAD 3 times 2 plus 7 SAD 3. If you work it out, you are going to get 7 times 2 is going to give us 14 plus 7 SAD 3. if you multiply this and this, when you multiply conjugate, just take 2 times 2, which will give you 4, minus the square of this number also, which is going to be 3. So we end up having our answer as 14 plus 7 root 3 as the final answer in that case. But if you look at this question, it's C, so we cannot leave it in this format. So we are going to say 7 squared. Which number do you find a square to give you 7 is 49. So we can say this is this can be written as this is square root of 49 times 3 plus 14. If you work it out, you're gonna get your answer as 147. Square root of 147 plus 14. Yeah, so that becomes the required answer for that case. We have question number 18, whereby we are supposed to work out the surface area. Can you do some from translation, please? Translation. This is ask Adrit translation. So this in the next live I'm going to do that, but if there's a question on translation in this part, we're gonna do it. Now, the height of verse A is 30, the height of verse B is 12. Surface area of A minus surface area of B is this. Find the surface area of A. Now, I'll start by saying let the surface area of A be A. Yeah, let me say, okay, no, let me just use a different letter. Now, let me say the surface area of the smaller one, surface area, let me call it X. I'll call it X for simplicity. And in order to work out this, I want to work out the linear scale factor. Linear scale factor is going to be the height of A over the height of B. And that is going to be 30 over 12. If you work it out, the linear scale factor is going to be 2.5. That is the linear scale factor. Then we can be able to get area scale factor from the linear scale factor, which is going to be linear scale factor squared. So which means the area scale factor is going to be 2.5 squared, which is equal to 6.25. Now becomes the linear scale factor. Now once we have the linear scale factor, remember I said let the area of B be X. So which means area of A over area of B should be equal to the area scale factor. Are we together? So we say that area of A over area of B. Our area of B is X, which I let there, is equals to 6.25. So which means area of A is going to be 0.625. Area A is going to be 6.25x. So meaning that if you take area A minus area B, you will get this answer. So we shall form an equation at that given point. So let me just move these guys that I have here so that we can have enough space where we can be able to work out the part. So area B, we have it x, area A is 6.25x. So therefore we are going to say 6.25x minus x is equals to 178.5. So which is going to be 5.25 is equals to 178.5 divided by 5.25 divided by 5.25. Our x will be equals to what? $34. Our x is 34. So surface area of A is going to be 6.25 times, I'm using this, times 34 because we have now gotten x, which is going to translate to 212.5. 212.5. 212.5. 212.5. Question number 19. Question number 19. We are told the curve has the equation this, and the curve has exactly two stationary points, one at point A and one at point B, such that x coordinate of A is greater than x coordinate of B. Find the coordinate of A and show you are working. Show you are working in the process of work. Can do that. So this is basically differentiation. I don't know who was asking about differentiation in this live, who was asking about how we can do differentiation. It was Aaron. I don't know whether Aaron is here. Aaron, are you still here? Aaron, are you still here or you went to sleep? Aaron, are you here or you went to sleep? Aaron, guys, can you check whether Aaron is in class? Guys, comment whether Aaron is with us, whether Aaron is in class. I know one who went to sleep. I need to know whether Aaron is here or he went to sleep, because he was asking about we are going to do an question to do with differentiation, and we have our question for differentiation here. Now, in order to find the stationary point, we are going to do dy dx. So dy dx of the function we were given, of the curve, and in this particular case we shall say this is going to be 3x squared minus 16x minus 12. Yeah, so this is the gradient function, and at the stationary point dy dx is equals to what? Is equals to 0. So we are going to take 3x squared minus 16x minus 12, we shall equate this part equals to 0, so that we can solve that quadratic equation that we have there in order to get we get the stationary point. And if you are going to factorize this, this is going to factorize to 3x. You can use factorization, or you can use a quadratic formula, 3x plus 2 and x minus 6 is equals to 0. So which means if we are to work out this, our x is going to be equals to negative 2 over 3, or x is equals to 6. But we were told the coordinate of x point A is greater than that of B. So if we are to write, find the coordinate of point A, find the coordinate of point A. So meaning that for A, which coordinate is going to be that? For A, what's the value of x for A? Our A coordinate is going to be our x for A, because A is greater than B, is going to be 6. So we need to know the value of y. And to get the value of y, we shall substitute the value of x into. So this is going to be y is equals to, not that, but 6 cubed minus 8 into 6 squared minus 12 into 6 plus 5. So if you put that in your calculator, you are going to get the value of y being equals to negative 139. So this coordinate is going to be negative 139 at this point. 139 at that point. So we can say this is 6 negative 139. Question 20, expressing in the form that is completing the square. Completing the square. And so we shall say this is going to be, we group this together, we factor 2 out, so we shall have x squared minus (11 over 2) x plus 9 in order to work out that. So which means that we can now decide and complete the square, whatever that we are having inside the bracket. So we shall have 2 into x minus 11 over 4 squared minus 11 over 4 also squared. You shall subtract the square of the number that is there. I think my pen is lagging, that's why it's taking a bit longer to respond when I you don't consider the sign inside here, always you subtract. Plus 9, and that is going to be 2 into x minus 11 over 4 squared minus 121 over 16 times 2. So that becomes 121 over 8, because this 2 is going to be multiplied by that answer you get. Then we shall say now plus 9. Okay. All right, so if we simplify that part, we shall have negative 121 over 8 plus 9, which will become negative 49 over 8. So we shall have 2 into x minus 11 over 4 squared minus 49 over 8. That's what our answer should be after working it out. Now the curve as in this equation, which is just almost similar to exactly what we were having, 2x squared plus 11 minus 11x plus 9, but is only that it's having the inner term, this one. The point P is the minimum point of C. The point P is the minimum point of C. So if we were to write this equation in terms of the equation that we have gotten here, how will we write that equation? It will be 2 into bracket, it will be x minus 3 minus 11 over 4 squared minus 49 over 8. So that will be minus 3 minus 11 over 4. That's going to translate to 2 into x minus 23 over 4 squared minus 49 over 8 over 8. Now the minimum point, you always take this as the x coordinate. The opposite sign of this number will be your x, and you take this number here as the value of y. So that will be 23 over 4 and 49 over 8 will be the coordinates of the turning point in that case. So that's exactly what you are supposed to do in order to work out that question. I believe now we are okay up to that point. We have question 21 and we are remaining with up to question number 23. So this one we shall complete them in the next live. See you guys. See you. Have a good night. Have a good day from wherever you are. We shall see how to work out these questions in the next live. See you guys. Adieu. Bye. See you.